Jujutsu Kaisen is coming to an end, and fans are both excited and a bit worried about the unresolved mystery. What happened to Nobara, and what's the true story behind the Riem era? Today, I'm going to break down all the mysteries that Gege Akutami still needs to solve. So, if you're into this video, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. Without further ado, let's dive into the content. Jujutsu Kaisen has been filled with mysteries since the first chapter, and many remain unsolved. For instance, what exactly did Itadori's grandfather tell him? We still don't know, but it likely has to do with his parent. We know his mother was Kenjaku, but how did she die? And what happened to Yuji's father? These questions are still unanswered. At least, in one of the recent chapters, Gege Akutami revealed why Kenjaku decided to stay with the Itadori family. We found out that the Itadori family harbored the soul of Sukuna's brother, which caught Kenjaku's attention. However, we still don't know if Kenjaku has been manipulating Yuji's life from the start. In chapter 160, when Kenjaku thanked Itadori's friends for helping him in his youth, it implied that he had an active role in Yuji's life, but we don't know exactly how. Another question is why a finger of Sukuna, an extremely dangerous cursed object, was in a school. It's almost certain that Kenjaku placed it there for Yuji to find, but this hasn't been confirmed. Additionally, there are many secrets about Kenjaku that remain unknown. How did he become friends with Tenjin and Sukuna? And how did that friendship end? We don't even know Kenjaku's age. Tenjin is around 1,200 years old, but Druv, who made a pact with Kenjaku, is approximately 2,000 years old. This raises the question of Kenjaku's true age. Another mystery involves the secret Kenjaku holds about the culling game. Now that he's dead, revealing these mysteries will be more challenging. I was quite upset about Kenjaku's death, because I hoped his secrets would be revealed through a flashback or something similar. Now, we have to see how Gege Akutami will explain everything with Kenjaku gone, but I'm hopeful he'll find a way since Kenjaku is the main villain of Jujutsu Kaisen, and the story still needs many answers about him. Furthermore, there are still many questions about the cursed objects. Over the course of 1,000 years, it seems that Kenjaku was the only one who knew how to create these objects from people, a knowledge even Sukuna didn't have. Sukuna only discovered how to turn into a cursed object after being transformed by Kenjaku. This is an exclusive knowledge of Kenjaku, and I'm very curious to learn how he acquired such an extraordinary ability. Another big question is about Tengen's assimilation. Not even Kenjaku knows what will result from Tengen's fusion with the Japanese. This is a question I hope Gege Akutami will answer someday. Also, how is Sukuna going to make this assimilation happen? For that, he would have to eliminate almost everyone, including maybe even the protagonist, which I find hard to believe. Despite appearing quite a bit in recent chapters, we know very little about him. The only detail revealed is that he had a bored expression in the past, and that people worshipped him because of his strength, offering sacrifices to avoid his wrath. Sukuna was respected for his immense power, but beyond that, we know practically nothing about him. It's incredible that, at this point in the story, we still have so many questions about Sukuna. I'm going to tell you some things we still don't know about Sukuna, the King of Curses. For instance, have you ever wondered why he looks so strange? He resembles Tenjin a lot, which could mean he's been around for many years, but we still don't know for sure. And those 4 arms? Even Tenjin doesn't have that. Was Sukuna born this way? Or did he somehow gain those arms later in life? There's also the mystery surrounding his death. We saw his mummified body, but we don't know how he ended up like that or why Tenjin kept it for so long. Another intriguing aspect is the deals he made with Kenjaku, his life, and his childhood. We learned a bit when he reminded Yuram about his twin brother, who wasn't born because Sukuna devoured him in the womb. That's all we know about his life so far. Personally, I'd love to see a flashback to the Ryuman Sukuna era to better understand these issues. And it's not just Sukuna who's a mystery. Other important characters have stories we don't know yet. For example, Itadori. Will he ever be able to use a domain expansion? Will he surpass Satoru Gojo's power level? So far, we know he has 2 innate techniques, but he's still at the beginning of his journey. He's a long way from achieving a domain expansion, but I believe he'll learn one day. After all, he could be destined to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time, and for that, a domain expansion is essential. There's also the issue with Itadori's body. We know he was an experiment of Kenjaku and has the soul of Sukuna's brother, but that might not explain his body's supernatural resilience. Why does he have such an extraordinary body? This is another question that still needs an answer. Nobara is a character who left us with many unanswered questions. So far, the only clue we have about what happened to her is a scene where Itadori asks about her, and Megumi stares into space without saying a word. This doesn't explain what really happened to Nobara. Additionally, there's the issue with other countries. Kenjaku involved China and the United States in this mess, and both sent their armies to Japan, where they were massacred. There's no way the United States will stay quiet after seeing their army decimated, so we still need to know how other countries will react to what happened in Japan. Kenjaku keeps leaving us with more questions. For example, what is Rika going to do with Yuta's body? Will she somehow help in the fight against Sukuna? And Yuta? Will he regain control of his body after the 5 minutes he has to use Kenjaku's ability? All these questions still need answers. Kenjaku, please clarify all this. Maybe we still have another 100 or 200 chapters to resolve so many issues, as there's a lot to be explained. But tell me in the comments, did I forget any mystery? Share your opinion, and if you remember another one, comment as well. Thanks for watching so far. With that said, see you in the next video.